What's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday. Hopefully everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy, testing negative for the viruses, and having a great day so far. It is time now for the Thursday edition of the Virus Update for Thursday, July 10th, 2025. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. This is where I do the daily virus update on all those viruses that can make us sick. Let's face it, there's a lot of viruses out there, but not much in the way of news coverage. That's where I come into play. I give you the latest data, news, wastewater, anything I can find to help keep you safe and informed of what's going on with these viruses. Want to stay informed? Subscribe down below, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, share this video with anyone you know, and leave your comments down below. Alrighty, it is not a terribly busy news day, but we do have some things to take a look at, including this right here, New South Wales Respiratory Surveillance Report. And this is for the week ending on July 5th. And this is from Dennis, the COVID info guy. If you're not familiar, this is a portion of Australia. The COVID positivity rate there is 7.2%. Hey, that's down by 0.7%, which is some good news. Number of laboratories reporting COVID is 2 out of 4 at this time. COVID cases, 3,329. That's down by 11.4%. Influenza, 8,508. And unfortunately, that is up by 22.4%. RSV at this time, 2,466 new cases reported in the last week. That is down by 8.4%. And it looks like the NB.1.8.1 is at 84% of the cases. KP.3 now at 5%. LP.8.1 is at 4%. XEC 3%. And the old JN.1 variant is at 1%. And other variants would be at 3% at this time. It looks like 3 out of the 4 wastewater sites are rising in New South Wales at this time. Alrighty, from time to time you'll see me do various different posts from X, from different users. One was Dennis, COVID info guy. There's a whole number of different people we take a look at. And another one is Jammer. And check this out. Research published in Frontiers shows how seasonal virus SARS-2 and bacterial infections play a role in developing Alzheimer's by invading the central nervous system, driving ongoing inflammation in the brain. Loss of smell is an early symptom in both COVID and Alzheimer's. Yes. So if you're dealing with loss of smell, that can be from COVID, can also be from Alzheimer's. And for those who do not know, many years ago, we're talking over 10 years now. Yeah, time sure flies by. But from about late 2010 into a good part of 2014, I was a caregiver for a relative, my grandmother, who dealt with Alzheimer's. Now, I can't positively say for sure if she lost her sense of smell. But some of the things that she did lose because of Alzheimer's, and we're just breaking away from COVID here for a minute, was at the very end, the Alzheimer's can actually get so bad that you can forget how to swallow, and you can constantly keep chewing and chewing and chewing. That was the big thing I witnessed at the very end, and she lost a lot of weight. Why am I going on about what Alzheimer's can do? Because, well, many reasons. COVID can impact your brain, and if someone's at the early stage of Alzheimer's and then gets COVID, tests positive, you know what? It can accelerate Alzheimer's. Yes, it can accelerate it. And you could end up with those issues at the end where you forget how to swallow or chew, or even forget how to breathe at the end. Yeah, that was a sad state of reality, and I think that's how she passed at the end. I still remember that night that she passed. Clear as day. It's a tough day to relive in my mind, but COVID can go on to lead to Alzheimer's issues. It can accelerate it. Yeah, there's a lot of people who work with Alzheimer's patients that have witnessed this occur. It is really a sad state of what COVID can do. It's just one of the many dozens, if not hundreds, of different things that COVID can do. And you know what? We probably shouldn't even say dozens. It is. It's hundreds of different things. All right. COVID in Colorado update for July 9th, 2025. Holiday week update. Hospital admissions tick up slightly, but remain very low. Data is likely delayed this week as it was last week. This is from CCSD Mask Up. That's the handle there on X. COVID wastewater trends remain elevated as the 5-day median climbs. So, yeah, things are elevated, And we do see here the positivity rate. Looks like it's just over 4.5% for COVID now. So trending upward ever so slightly at this time. COVID admissions, 20. That's up from 17 last week. Flu, 7 up from 1. And RSV, 2 up from 0. This is saying. So, yeah, looks like admissions are going upward. Although they're saying COVID 20. I'm seeing on this screenshot they have here, down by 9. Remember, we used to show this page a long time ago. For some reason, I can't seem to find it anymore. I don't know what happened. All right, moving on. I did a poll question yesterday. Did not get a lot of votes. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This one didn't get a lot. We are far enough post 4th of July that it is time for me to ask the question. Do you know someone who is sick right now? Anyone from around the world can answer, and any virus counts, not just COVID. If you're sick, that is a yes. 55.4% said yes. 44.6% said no. Over just a measly 112 votes. But hey, the majority said yes. And some people are here saying that they know people who are sick right now. This person says, met 2 people today, clearly sick and coughing, both claiming it's just allergies while carrying on working. And I thought there was another one here where someone works in a hospital and said that they know some people that are sick, but they're saying it's not COVID. I don't know. Maybe I was seeing things. Could have sworn I had something in my notifications. Might have also been on another post. I don't know. All right. In North Carolina, whooping cough is a problem there. 5 cases of whooping cough in young people reported in Haywood County. Now, mind you, this is nothing like what we just saw reported in Japan yesterday. Remember, Japan had well north of 3,000 cases of whooping cough reported, but still, Haywood County, North Carolina, 5 cases of whooping cough, and it is in young people. So that's not good whatsoever. All right, India, active COVID cases actually down slightly again today. 731. This is the number that continues to drop, and they only added 1 new death today. All right, drum roll please. It is Thursday. We do have the update from the UK, and it is a very good update. Weekly cases, 936, and mind you, I always like to remind you of this. Doesn't include at-home tests, but hey, it is down by 210. That's 18.3%. It looks like deaths, it says here 59. That's flat from last week. Patients admitted. This number actually did change, and it changed in a big way. Patients admitted, 737. That's down by 237, or 24.3%. And the positivity rate in the UK, take a look at this. It is continuing to drop at this time. It is down to 5.23%. Very good to see the UK drop, but as noted in previous times, and I wish this could go back a little further, but you notice sometimes they do multiple waves, so we'll see. We can see here last year in July it dropped, and then it went back up again mid-July. We'll have to see if that happens, but hey, take the good news when we can get it. The UK is dropping for COVID at this time. Alrighty, no update on Texas measles today. I believe we will not get the CDC update on measles until, oh no, I'm wrong. We did get a measles update from the CDC. And we do have a total of 1,288 confirmed measles cases were reported by 39 jurisdictions now. Only 11 states don't have measles at this point. Yeah, that's concerning. Normally I would show this to you on Friday. I always forget in my mind that, hey, this does actually update on Thursdays. And sometimes I like to show it with the update from Texas. That's okay. It's a slow news day today, so we will move on, and you saw it already. All right, take a look at this. The viral wastewater activity level for COVID-19, flu A, flu B, and RSV in Canada are all low at this time. That is some fantastic news. Taking a look at what's going on with the United States air qualities today, and the air qualities, well, you're going to see there's still some problem spots. If this should ever load, you're going to see there's a little bit of problems. Yeah, California. Take a look at that red and even purples there in North California. I almost said North Carolina. And speaking of North Carolina, yeah, you got some yellows there. A lot of yellows in the east. Also some reds and even maroons and purples showing up there in portions of Canada. That is not good whatsoever. And just generally poor air qualities in the east. And take a look at this. Breathing index. It is not good here in Pennsylvania. Although I will tell you, I was just outside a few minutes ago prior to this update, and that did not bother me, so I don't know. It happens very random when my asthma gets triggered, and you would think with the breathing index, given I'm in southeast Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, You would think with it being very poor, I would be triggered. I don't know. Make it make sense to me. California, yeah, Southern California, bad. Four Corners region. Also portions of Canada as well. Again, I think there are some wildfires. I am actually going to look that up later on today. Taking a look at what's going on in Pinellas County, Florida. And, well, let's look at this first. We can see EMS calls. Sick person is showing up several times. Before this video is done, I'm going to show you wastewater in Florida. Florida's got a real problem when it comes to COVID in wastewater. Maybe it's not as bad as other years. Fine, I get it. It's still not doing great right now. Let's take a look at a few other things first. Philadelphia, 900 EMS incidents reported yesterday. It was a very humid day once again, and that does contribute to part of the problems, heat-related illness. But again, 900 incidents, that's a lot of calls. Taking a live look at, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Total EMS, 20 calls right now. I'm seeing just a whole bunch of different things. I'm seeing fevers show up, head injuries and falls. That's showing up a lot. I'm also seeing respiratory emergency. And the fever call, there's just one of them. Taking a look at what's going on in Chester County, Pennsylvania, we see just a few problems going on there. Stroke, heart problems showing up a few times. And in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, which is just north of Philadelphia, Bucks County is just north of me, you can see we have 6 EMS calls right there in Bucks County right now. Respiratory distress showing up. So yeah, there's a few things. That respiratory distress, that's up there near Quakertown, Pennsylvania, if you know the area. Taking a look at what's going on with the hospital situation in Pennsylvania. We can see here, there are some yellows in eastern Pennsylvania. Not terrible, though. And actually heard from someone today saying Doylestown Hospital is not busy at all today. That's fantastic news. We're post 4th of July, and no increase in the amount of patients going to the emergency department. I think that's some fantastic news. That paints us in a really good picture for this time right now. Taking a look at what's going on in New Jersey, we do see a few hospitals. Central State Medical Center, critical care, no beds at this time. Let's see. RWJBH, Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. Looks like there's a patient volume issue and emergency department divert from 2:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Psychiatric issue at University Hospital. We see that hospital have that happen very often. All right, taking a look at what's going on in New Jersey's weekly update. Emergency department visits and hospital admissions remain low for COVID-19, influenza, and RSV. Recent COVID-19, influenza, and RSV hospitalizations have mostly been reported in persons 65 years and older. Test positivity remains elevated for some of the other viruses. Levels of COVID-19 influenza type A, influenza type B, RSV are low at this time, and it looks like XFG and NB.1, 0.8.1 subvariants of Omicron covered by the vaccine are the current circulating variants in New Jersey. Respiratory outbreaks recently reported in long-term care facilities are primarily due to COVID-19. All right, drum roll please, and I'm going to be refreshing this with you. We're both going to be seeing this together. It is New York City Day for the New York State update, and whoa, look at that. Up we go. Finally, I'm saying like I've been waiting for this to happen. I have been waiting for this to happen because New York State's been dropping, and, all good things do not last forever. And, well, New York City Day has come, and New York State is now, let's see here, that is 492 new cases today. The last time they've had that, I'm a little confused here. It says June 9th, it says 562. Well, then why is that look higher than, I don't know. But this is about the highest that they've been since, we'll say, middle of June in one day's report. So, again, New York City Day for New York State does prove that things are going up ever so slightly. But, hey, it could just be a one-day rise. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I don't think it is. I think it was only a matter of time until the XFG variant did something there. We've been watching XFG cause rises in all the other countries it's been in so far. Same with the NB.1, 0.8.1 variant. Hey, the hospital situation in New York State, still doing good. 202 people hospitalized, 19 in the ICU. Again, I would like to see, could New York State get below 200 hospitalizations before we get to the next rise once again? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Hey, look at New York City. Now, this makes up more than half the hospitalizations in the state. 106 people in the hospital, 7 people in the ICU. All right, I have to show you wastewater now. There are a few things. We're going to look at wastewater, then we're going to look at Ohio, then we'll call it a day. But there are some changes in wastewater today, And those changes are the levels of COVID have changed in some of the regions. First off, if you're in the United States, it is coming up now with high overall. The Northeast region is medium for COVID status. The southern region is medium. The West Coast region is medium. New. This is new. And I should also say the Northeast being medium, that's new as well. Sometimes I don't understand these calculations because you look at the Northeast, you're not seeing a lot of high places, but yet it changed to medium. New would be the Midwest is now listed high. I honestly don't know why. I went through some of the wastewater sites. You're also seeing a lot of blues. Blues on this map are low levels for COVID. If anywhere should be listed high, it should be the South region at this time. And probably why it's not. You see a lot of gray here. Those are grayed out sites. But then you come down to a place like Florida, which we're going to look at right now. And, well, Florida is just not doing well. Take a look at Jupiter, Florida. We're just going to do a grand tour of Florida here. Jupiter, Florida. High for COVID, and it slowed off a little bit, but not doing well. And mind you, some of these levels, I get it, are lower than last year. But my point here, it's really a risky time if you live in Florida right now. You can see here St. Petersburg. Yeah, it's really high for COVID at this time. We'll go to another St. Petersburg, a little bit more west. This is the southwest St. Petersburg. Yeah, that's not looking good. And there is this medium site that is not high, and that one has dropped a little bit. So that is some good news. Orlando, also not doing well. Northwest Orlando is doing pretty bad right now. Yeah, look at that. It's been continuing upward. And yeah, that's a wonky movement at the end. But it's summertime in Florida. Treat it as if it is potentially the case. Now this site here, Southwest Orange County, has dropped a little bit. That is some good news. But then we come up to Tallahassee, Florida, and take a look at this. Tallahassee, Florida at this time, yeah, that's still high as well. All right, let's go a little bit more to the north. Let's go to the Midwest. Let's investigate a little bit. Now, we are seeing Ohio is coming up here, increasing medium status and starting to increase there at Akron. And let's go over to Youngstown, Ohio. And is that increasing? Not really, but it is listed at medium status at this time. Which now takes us to my next point. Here's, or next thing we want to look at. Here is Ohio. RSV has dropped from the previous week. Previous week was 4. This week, 3 people in the hospital for RSV. 17 in the hospital for flu. That actually went up by 3. It was 14 the previous week. COVID-19, 62 people hospitalized this week. And that actually went up a little bit. It was 68 last week. So, Ohio, interesting to see the flu go up, but we are not seeing a rise in the hospitalizations just yet. And I do believe this is down significantly from last year at this time. So, actually some good news in Ohio, aside from Akron, Ohio wastewater site. Alrighty, folks, that does it for the Thursday edition of the Virus Update. If you enjoyed today's Virus Update, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit that notification bell, share this video with anyone you know, and of course, leave your comments down below. And if you want to support my work here on my channel, maybe becoming a Patreon member or something else, you can do that down below. I may start making posts on Patreon. We'll see. Maybe members only type thing. I don't know. I've been thinking about it. We'll see if I actually end up going through with it. Alrighty, folks, I'll see you all again tomorrow for the CDC update on Friday. Until I see you again tomorrow, stay safe, everyone, and have a fantastic Thursday afternoon. Thanks for watching.